What up? Hello there. Hi, hello. Festive, thank you. My name's Dank Danny, and welcome to the grotto. Well, that's the worst thing I've said today. That didn't take long. Hi, welcome. How are you? I'm good. OWO said YouTube trash. Yep, let's yiff it up. Dan has arrived. That's the worst thing I've said today. Okay, just give me like a chill Secarino to tweet this. Right, come on. Yeah, nice tweet. Okay, go. I'm just gonna check that was correct. Let me see. Um, um, yeah. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the final live show of the year. How are you doing today? For the next, half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever, just enjoy this casual banter with me, Dan. This hat is it keeps hitting me in the face. Like, okay, right, firstly, why am I wearing a black Santa hat? I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't stop. I have a problem. I'm a living joke. Good to hear that your voice is better. It's not, but if I'm just this grating all the time and you think that that's normal, then that's valid. But it's really like look at this. It's like a freaking stocking. Like, what is going on there? This is a weapon. Okay, so yeah, I'm slowly just gonna hit myself in the face with this hat there. I love your depressing Santa hat. It's so in the spirit. Oh, thank you for saying that, Losey Smithers. That's a very strange name. I'm not gonna judge you. Are you gonna see your family? Said Laurie. Yeah, like as late as I can possibly get away with doing that. So, it's been quite a busy, dramatic time recently. Haven't done a live show for a couple of weeks, so I thought before, everyone F's off to go into their Christmas caves, I should definitely come say hi to you. So tell me, people watching this, how are you doing? If you're watching this back on YouTube, as like the podcast, or that I'm tidying my room, I need to pretend I have a friend, so I'm talking to someone, just say it out loud. It's fine. Emo, said Trashcan. Is that an emotion? I'm not quite sure. A boob king. No, we're not talking about that, Ben. Dying inside, said Karma. Sad, said Daisy. Cold, said Gracie. Really sad, said Tyler. Really bad. Okay, I'm doing fucking bad. Okay. Save me, I'm so sick. I'm taking off my nail polish. Tired, said Jane. Panicking, said, oh, fucking hell, guys. Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me? Lie to me, okay? What is this shit? I want to see I'm great with the most sarcastic emojis you can frickin' find in that recently used section of your keyboard. Okay, wow, Katie's look at this. Megan is good. Kenya's a happy elf. Jane is fabulous. Bree's feeling Gucci. Amazing. I'm great. Not, said Rix. You tried. It's fine. Female portal. It's good. I'm fine. Roskiff. Wonderful. Well, here we are. It's just so good to hear that my audience is doing great, just like me. I want to die, said Mac. Help me, said Ugh. It's lit, said Daisy. Okay, great. I'm going to stop reading the chat for a bit. So, like, what's been hippity-hassling? I don't know with you. December for me has gone so fast. Okay, 2017. What the hell happened? How is it? How is the year over? I swear it was like September. And we were like, oh my god, how is it September? I swear it was just like March. But then the time between September and now just went whoop. It's just like life just went yoink and took it away. What the hell? So disturbing, honestly. It's so disturbing. Everyone's like sane right now. I know. Okay, so before we continue, I need to apologize for this. I bought a new jumper because, need a new festive meme jumper, and I may have gotten that. Yeah, this is a thing. Yeah. Okay, so it's like ironic, okay? Because I feel like this being the year in which I set fire to all my old branding, it's the last time that I can kind of ironically reference it, right? So whilst it's like the transition period, okay? Because at once it is a black Christmas jumper to go with my black Santa hat, in a very minimalistic, pixely style. Sure, okay, I vibe with that. But it's still got the llama on it, which is fine. I feel like this jumper represents Dan's 2017. So that's fine. You can never escape, said Theodora. I really can't, can I? Oh, God. I thought Danisnotinteresting was dead. Stop bringing that back, or I'm just going to throw my phone across the room. Is your fursona a llama? I've never seen a furry llama. No, I'm not going to Google that right now. I thought I would, but that's not something that I want to have a live reaction to on the internet. A fur llama suit. I've never even seen any. It will never die. No, it won't. Cool. It doesn't matter any doubt. You're right. I should stop freaking out about it. It's not that important. Everything's cool, and I should just chill out, to be honest. So, since we last spoke, it's been quite crazy. We've done this whole thing called Gaming Mus on Dan and Full Games. Uploaded one of those internet support grizzle videos. Did you watch that? Did you enjoy the last internet support group? Hope you did. Yeah, a lot of people were like, Dan, why did you try matcha tea if you never have before? That's like the most advanced tea. I'm actually a bit of a tea drinker. I have green tea, and when I was in Madrid at this weird YouTube event, I think I talked to you about this. Like, YouTube were hosting like activities for YouTubers. One of them was flamenco dancing at 8 a.m. and the other one was just a green tea ceremony. So I was like, that sounds like me, and I managed to rope in Phil, Anthony, and and the two guys from ASAP Science, Greg and Mitch, which is where we bonded with them. So yes, I did make a bunch of people turn down exercise to go learn how to make green tea, and it was like well fun, and I'm like actually into it. But if you didn't watch this video, I kind of make this gross drink at the start of it, and I'm like, it tastes like grass, and I'm like yakking the whole video. Turns out this tea, it got kind of wet, like kind of damp, and I kind of kept it in this damp container for like 3 weeks. So it tasted particularly grassy and a bit gross because maybe I put a bit too much in, maybe not enough water. Oh my God, someone's visiting. This is so exciting. Who's got me something for Christmas? No, Phil's on it. But what did I order? I'm so excited. A toothbrush.
Hi, Dan's live show.
Hi, Phil. What's happening?
I'll make you a little bit more festive.
No one asked for this. You came out of a cave to...
There you go. There you go.
I didn't ask for this.
That's what you get for making me get the post.
Making you get the post. I'm doing a live show.
You could have brought them with you.
Implying that this is so itchy. This is like actually horrifying. Okay, I know that this is like cute or something, but this is actually making me want to decapitate myself. So I'm leaving right now. Go. That's what you ordered. What do you want? Yeah, I ordered a toothbrush for myself, a black toothbrush. Got to keep with the branding, even when you're fixing your oral hygiene. So I was like, as a Christmas treat to myself, I'm gonna get a black electric toothbrush, and that's literally what I ordered. Because if you're like, wow, I bet Dan lives such a crazy life and he just does so many crazy things. Yeah, I Amazon black toothbrushes to myself. Okay, what's your frickin' problem? Wow, you spoil yourself. I know, it's so amazing. Don't do anything weird with it, you weirdo. I don't trust him at all. He's gonna like dip it in gummy chili. So, if you don't know, we've been doing Gaming Mus, where for every day of December leading up to Christmas Eve, we have been uploading a gaming video to the gaming channel. And that dude, Mr. Tinsel Assaulter, he has this thing where he's obsessed with prizes and forfeits. I don't know why you can't just play a game and have fun, but every frickin' video that we upload feels like, what's the forfeit? And he has some problems. So, I mean, yeah, what have we done? I've got a little rundown here. If you've missed out, your voice sounds weird. Yeah, I lost my voice. I'll get to that. Don't worry. It's like part of the thing. We played Shelter 2, which is a game where I had to be a mum to some lynxes, and I got really bored and ran away, and then all the people died. We did a Hogwarts house quiz where I found out I'm a Gryffindor, despite how edgy I like to think I am. We ruined everyone's childhoods when we played Pop Tropica. I recommend that video if you ever played that game. We aged up Nuki in a Sims video, which, to be honest, was the only content people care for. Our Sims got a dog, and then we aged him up and dressed him up. And to be honest, that's all anyone cared about. Phil had the idea to do a Not My Arms Mario Kart challenge. You know the thing where you put your arms like through someone else's arms and then you do the thing? Yeah, well, we did that with Mario Kart, and it was a complete disaster. So I recommend that. We played Hello Neighbor. terrifying, disturbing game. I don't know why people like it. We played Truth Bombs with PJ and Sophie, which was amazing. And somehow I'd say maybe questionably more distasteful than the one we played with Tom Scar, which was really saying something. I don't know that happened. 10 points to Gryffindor. They deserve no points. Truth Bombs was so good. Thank you. Yeah, it was quite the banterful thing. Geometry Dash, that was a plot twist. Obviously, every time Phil does an All or Nothing. Merry Cheesemas, not talking about that. What else was there? The Patronus. I'm happy with my choice. Did the Patronus quiz. Got a snow. What was it? An eagle. Was it snow? No, snow owl. Eagle owl. It was an owl, and it was majestic AF. And to be honest, I'm here for that. That was fine. We did. Oh my god, this is Phil. We were going to play higher or lower, and then it was like, let's do a Bean Boozled challenge. So if you like watching people retch because they're sticking beans in their mouths, and I think I ate a skunk spray flavored bean, and literally I was so done. I was so done with Phil making me do these forfeits or whatever. I just left. So that's good. I literally quit. We did the chopstick challenge, which was good because I really got revenge on Phil in a big way. That whole thing was his idea to see what difficult things we could pick up with chopsticks. And woo lad, did I get my revenge for anything that could have possibly happened. If your kink is Phil suffering, y'all needs to get on that video as quickly as possible. Skyrim, hilarious. Charades, Boob King. Not talking about that. That didn't happen. Taste Our Rainbows. That was very political. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Quite shocked by how lucky we got with the questions. I don't know about you, but I feel like we got very lucky there with our specific subset of general knowledge. We got very far. And then Fireboy and Water Girl with that final Lady Door Queensgate thing. We're not talking about it. Okay. My kink is you suffering. Okay, well, I don't have any advice for that, but that's good. Dan, talk about your voice. Oh, wow, okay. Your husky voice is making me growl. Is that like a sexy growl or like a furry yiff thing? Like on all levels, but physical, I'm a wolf kind of thing. I'm not sure. So what happened was PJ and Sophie, two good buds, came to visit us in London, and we went out to Winter Wonderland, which is a kind of like a, what's the word? Not a theme park. It's a fairground. So there were loads of like German market stalls, and there were loads of rides that were really scary. I don't know about you, but whenever you go to a fair and there's these rides, are you like, I'm going to die? Because this is not a solid structure. It's not that you go to a Six Flags or a Thorpe Park or something like that. It's like, this thing was on a truck until 3 days ago, and then someone assembled this, and I'm not questioning the people that built it. I'm just saying this was just in a truck, and now I'm on it. So I really felt like death was coming for me. I never trust those, Lola. Right, yes, I feel you do. Right, Grig? Yes, I hate rides. That is also valid. So, yeah. But at this place, they had an ice bar. I don't know if you've heard of, like, ice hotels, which are hotels completely made out of ice, and they keep it air-conditioned. But if you wrap up really warmly, it's fine. Well, we spent, like, 10 minutes in an ice bar, but just, like, because I don't go outside, I literally hadn't gone outside for, like, 2 weeks, and then I go outside, I mingle with a lot of people, I touch a lot of things on public transport, I go in an ice bar, I died. Like, my immune system was like, what are you doing? What are you, like, you go from living in a freaking biologically free bubble where a single atom couldn't get through because you never opened the windows, to go into a freaking -10 ice bar touching people. So yeah, I lost my voice. So that was bad. So yeah, at a time in my life where we're doing a video every day, great time to lose your voice, Dan. So we did the only thing we could do, which was charades. I tried to get Phil to understand Queen by saying, like, crown, and then I went like that because I panicked, and then Phil said the phrase boob king, because yes, when you're trying to make someone guess the Queen and you say boob king, yeah, that's a mistake. What do you think of YouTube Rewind? Like, me and Phil almost didn't do YouTube Rewind this year, but then they said, hey, Dan and Phil, all we want you to do is to turn up, run away from a slime fight, and jump on a wall for the floor is lava. And I was like, you know what? We turn up, we jump on the wall, we run around the corner. That is so easy, like, it would be disrespectful to say no. So we just did it. And yeah, like, the thing is, with YouTube Rewind, they want it to appeal to everybody all around the world. So it's just really like, I find it kind of cheesy. It's just like way too sweet. I understand that there's loads of people out there that are like, their sense of humors and their personalities are really just like sweet and happy and adorable, and they don't go cringe at everything. But for me, it's like, it's just a bit too like a happy celebration. You know what I mean? I think some of the earlier ones were more like parodying pop culture with YouTubers with silly remakes, and I was like, okay, this is funny. But these ones are kind of like, and now everyone breaks into a dance. It's a bit Disney, and like, it's valid. It's not my thing. I think that you know, there's pluses and minuses. I think that one thing that YouTube Rewind is doing really well is finally they're representing creators from around the world. Like, people are like, I watched it this year and I didn't even know who anyone was. And it's like, well, yeah, because like Brazilian people exist. You know what I mean? Like, there are YouTubers in Asia, in Italy. It's not just like the same 10 white people from America and England, which is who you see everywhere. So it's like YouTube Rewind, even if you don't like it, you think it's a bit cringe or it's not funny because it's not your style, it's just so crazy. Like, no matter what, you can't say it's not amazing that they just got so many people in one video and did so many things. Like, it's so amazing that it even happened, and it's good that it represents people. Did I love it? No, it's not my thing, but, you know, whatever. So that's that. Is it bad that I saw The Last Jedi but I didn't enjoy it? Said Holland. Ooh, I will get to that. And no, you're allowed to have opinions, okay? How do you go about getting merch designs? Usually we just come up with them ourselves, which is why they're all so terrible. Just kidding, but no, really. Rebecca answered, take care of yourself over the holidays. Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate that. Yeah, I will try to just not speak for like a week now. I think that'll be my plan, definitely. Just a vow of silence over the holidays. You saying Italy is my kink. Well, there you go. I'll try not to say that too much. So another thing is, obviously, got to go to the Star Wars premiere, which was amazing. I mean, like, a lot of people did. So if you don't know this, England, we still have a monarchy. It's pretty weird. We have two princes, Prince William and Prince Harry. Everybody loves them. They're modern. People like them. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything. I am anti-spoiler dude. But yeah, apparently these two princes of England were in the new Star Wars movie as stormtroopers, but like, you don't know who they are. So it meant that this premiere of Star Wars was not just like a normal Star Wars premiere, it was a royal premiere, which, like, you've seen like the royal wedding on TV, right? People that aren't in England. Like, when we do it, it's so extra, and you're like, England is weird. They live in this like weird universe where people with these hats and red coats and there's like horses, yeah, like that. It's like Cinderella and shit. So what it meant was that it was not in a cinema. It was at the Royal Albert Hall, which is a giant crazy theatre arena that Queen Victoria dedicated to her husband, and it's like the fanciest building ever. And there were 5,000 people there, which is crazy. And because they had to bag check everybody, because like security was super tight because the princes were turning up there, we all had to stand outside for like an hour. So if there's any chance that I'd like recover from my cold and get my voice back, standing outside for an hour waiting to go into this theatre, that didn't help. But since last time there were loads of stormtroopers on the red carpet, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna channel a stormtrooper. So I got a white tuxedo. That's right. The event said black tie, but I was like, no one's going to do that. Everyone's just going to try to seek as much attention as possible. So I literally got a white tuxedo and rocked up to it. And honestly, the whole thing, I was like, if I'm going to this thing, all I want is a photo of two stormtroopers. Like, all I want in life, all I expect, all I ask for is a photo with the stormtroopers. And I got it. They were like, Dan and Phil, they're over here in front of the press wall, so if you want to have a photo with the stormtroopers, you have to like pose for the press. And I was like, what? Because I hate doing anything like that. It's like, I just want to turn up and watch the movie, right? But I was like, okay, give me the stormtroopers, and I got it. So on my Instagram, went outside. If I was like someone with a life, maybe I'd post an interesting photo like that on Instagram, like every day. But no, it's like once every 3 weeks. That's how often I go outside or anything. And yeah, I'm not going to spoil the movie. It was weird. I think Phil talked about this, but when we came in, it was like, all rise for Prince Harry and William, and then they came in into their royal box, and then everyone had to stand up, and then they started playing the national anthem, and everyone was like, this is awkward. Like, we're all here to see a Star Wars movie, and yet we're standing for two princes and singing the national anthem, and everyone didn't know quite what to do. But yeah, I really liked the movie. The thing is, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I think a lot of fans made a lot of theories based on the first movie, and this movie has a lot of plot twists. So if you're somebody that likes to prepare in your mind what you think the movie will be before you go, and then something surprising happens and you get mad, you'll probably get mad. But if you just go in and you're like, entertain me, I just want a fun movie, you'll have your mind blown, because critics freaking love it. It has like 86 on Metacritic, which is unheard of for a Star Wars movie. So yeah, I mean, I had a great time. It was so much to process, because if you don't know this, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, like proper Star Wars fandom nerd. And to be honest, there was a lot about The Force Awakens. Like, I loved the characters, and I loved the directing, and I loved the dialogue, and there was so much I loved about it, and it was so wholesome. And like, honestly, The Force Awakens is just so important to me in my life. But I hated a lot about the lore, because I was like, who are the First Order? This makes no sense. As a Star Wars fan who just watched the prequels, as if that should be anything anyone thinks, but you know, I can separate that. And that's the thing, you know, like fandoms, God, opinions, they go into things with so many opinions and preconceptions. It's like, what happens is people go crazy in the time between getting given content. You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like the less content a fandom gets, the crazier they are. And the best example of that is Sherlock. It's like Sherlock have nothing to go on, like nothing to live on, which means that all they have to do in between is come up with insane theories and read every kind of fan fiction in the world, that they completely forget who the characters are, because they've just read so much fan fiction that they've gone complete. They don't even know what they're watching anymore. They've just read so much fan fiction that it's just like, it's gone. And then there's so many theories, and then a new season comes out, and everyone's read so much fan fiction, they've come up with so many theories, and they spent so long just like discussing it and like tearing it apart, that they watch it and it's like, it wasn't what I thought. And it's like, you can't do that, you know what I mean? You like, because I'm a fan, I'm a crazy fan of so many things, but I had to learn just how to like separate my fandom of Star Wars from the movie, because you just have to go and you just have to watch it, and you have to think, you know what, not talking. Probo. Are you excited for the new Avengers movie? I'm shook as heck for the new Avengers movie. Yeah, I actually watched the trailer, which is very unlike me, but I was like, how are they even going to do this? And it looks really good. I'm excited for Black Panther. I'm very excited for that. Did you hear about Jong Hyun? Yeah, I know, it's so sad. But it's been quite wholesome. If you don't know this, a prominent member of one of my favourite K-pop groups, Jong Hyun from SHINee, has died, and people think it might have been suicide, which is, you know, really tragic. But I actually, from the very little that I've seen of it today, the K-pop community, they're always very celebratory and very wholesome, because, you know, it's like, it's kind of like K-pop fandom against the world, because they know that it's not, you know, like the most popular thing. It's like everyone's really coming together, and they're being very supportive, and everyone's, you know, sharing hotlines and good pieces of advice. So, you know, I think it's a good reflection of, you know, in my opinion, how good the K-pop community is, just from seeing that. But totally. Dan, did Big Ben actually? Yeah, Big Ben's not bonging anymore. That's closed down. It's getting refurbished. It's very ugly. It's got like scaffolding on it at the moment, but it's still valid. Net neutrality. Yeah, I know. God, net neutrality. That was so bad. It's one of those things where, like, I'm not going to explain net neutrality because it'd be here for like 5 minutes and you all know it. But it's when it's so corrupt like that. Like, there's a word for it. I can't remember. It's like a compromised. I can't remember the word, but it's like when a commission is set up to protect something and it just gets like bought out, and it's like, what's the point in it existing? It's like, the thing is, there's so many good legal, you know, everyone's going to sue the shit out of the FCC, you got the ACLU, you got people, the fight isn't over. It was just so bad because everyone was like, we need to do all this, you know, talking now, get everyone talking about it, and it's like the people in charge don't even want to listen. So it was so depressing, like, hearing people the whole world coming together to try and get everybody to think about net neutrality. And it's like, no matter how many people even talk about it, the fact that they have like a Republican majority of the FCC and that Ajit guy doesn't want to even talk about it, it's like, oh, it's so bad. But the fight isn't over. There's still a legal system. And I think everyone in the goddamn world knows about it now. So thankfully, I really think that the people in charge should do it. And if you're like, this is all boring, I don't get it. Basically, what some evil people in America want to do is they want to make it so that the people that give you your internet can make you pay to go on different websites. So instead of like £10 to get all the internet, you'd have to pay £5 for the internet, but £5 if you want social media, and £5 if you want YouTube and Netflix, and £5 if you want Wikipedia and Google. And that's really bad, because the reason why the world has progressed so much socially in recent years, the reason why social justice communities have become so powerful and the world seems to have made so much progress in recent years is because of the internet. You know what I mean? And it's information, it's education. And in states where people can't trust their governments, the internet literally is freedom and knowledge and all the good things in the world, which is why it has to be protected. But I'm optimistic, I feel like 2017 was a real test for the world in a lot of ways, but it's, if all the bad things were a kickback from the good things, it's going to kick back the other way. So I don't want to jinx the bloody universe, right? But I feel like 2018 could be good. You know what I mean? It could be when things generally start. I mean, obviously, the world is better than it's been ever before because we don't have like diseases or World War II or whatever or something like that. But compared to our little time, it just seems like a lot of bad things have come to light. But, I think you totally jinxed 2018. Oh, God, I did it. Too optimistic you are, said Juna. Okay, all right, Yoda. Black Mirror, are you excited? Yes, speaking of optimism for the future, LMAO, said Leah, Black Mirror, the best TV show, or should I say factual documentary. If you don't watch Black Mirror, basically, it's a show where each episode is a different story, and it's about like technology in the future, and it's like each episode will have a concept, like what would happen if we had contact lenses, and all of these contact lenses recorded every conversation we ever had, so no one ever had any privacy, everyone always recorded everything. If you had an argument, or you needed to like prove that someone did a bad thing, you could wind it back, and oh my God, and, like every episode is about some like terrifying dystopian future. Honestly, it's a documentary. I know I just said 2018 is going to be good, but in like 10 years, it's like, honestly, like virtual reality, contact lenses, the internet, Amazon, Disney, it's all going to implode. Like, if you want to read a book, Ready Player One, that's a factual book sent backwards from the future. If you want to watch a factual TV show, Black Mirror. I literally think that almost everything in every episode of Black Mirror absolutely will happen. So if you want to be really depressed about the future, then look forward to that coming out in January. Oh yeah. Why didn't you tweet back after Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? We were having dinner with Anthony Miel. Yep, Anthony, our favourite ratty clone friend, came over from LA. They're spending some time in Europe over the Christmas period. So we went to have dinner with them, like proper people. So that was fun. There was no internet. Release tour dates. Don't worry about that. Yep, so in case you've been living under a rock, or just like blocking me and Phil, we're doing a tour next year. Yes, a Dan and Phil live performance. You'll have the best day of your freaking life. We're going all over the world. And there are a few more dates that we're going to release, I think, in January, maybe towards the end of January. So if you're in those places like, I think it's like India, Brazil, I think Montreal, places like that were TBC. Maybe a couple other places, maybe in places where they sold out really quickly. Because I think over half the shows now have sold out totally. So we'll definitely be adding a couple more because we don't want to be underserving communities of people that clearly want to see us. But yes, if you want a Christmas present or you get some money and you want to come see us in real life, hey, at the end of January, we're releasing some more tour tickets, just so you know. But if you don't know, if you couldn't explain a bit of the show, basically, it'll be like our videos in real life. So the kind of things that you like us doing, things together, things we do on our own channels, it will be live and interactive. Our last stage show, a lot of it had like this story. There was a lot of like sketch comedy. There was like a scripted narrative. We're doing a bit less of that this time. So it's a bit more like live, real kind of interaction with people. It's going to be just really, really funny. It's not going to be scary to come. It's a really wholesome environment. Like everyone's so nice. It's just like being part of this fandom in real life. Even if you don't identify as someone that's part of, like the fandom or community, and you're just like, I am a young adult viewer of YouTube, and an individual who is not a fan, which, I always respect. I don't like using the F words. You'll realize that, oh my God, this is like a crazy community full of people. It's like a very wholesome party, and you'll legit have a great time. Oh no, interaction. There will be no unconsensual interaction, just lots of very funny bants inspired by those of you who do want to contribute content to it. Boop-a-doop. Say hi to the creamy group chat. Ooh, okay, I'm really bad that I read that. Okay, thank you for making 2017 a lot better. Thank you for watching me in 2017. I hope nothing for you. Can you give advice to people who find Christmas difficult because they feel down? Yeah, I know. It's like, you can feel quite spaced out. I feel like, a lot of people feel nervous around Christmas, but you just need to make it about you. Everyone, you can have a break from things. So even if you need to spend some time holed up in your room, just watching some YouTube videos or making a book, it's always this space between Christmas and New Year. It's a good opportunity to think about you and your life, who you want to be, what you want to change, those things. Even if it's stressful and there's a lot of pressure, just think of it as an opportunity to focus on yourself while everyone else is also focused on themselves. But thank you, right? All I want for Christmas is an extended holiday-themed discussion about shared existentialism troubles with Dan Howell. I kind of made that video in December 2013. Every year, I always tell myself I'm going to do a Christmas speech video, and then I'm like, I don't know. No one needs my dusty opinions. 2018 will be good because of your tour. Oh, thank you. How many mince pies have you eaten so far? Phil and I have basically eaten all the mince pies available in the UK. I don't know. Like, part of me is like, I should make a side channel video just talking about the mince pie codex. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. That's so boring. It's like, it sounds like a funny meme idea for a video, but the reality of me sitting down and talking about mince pies and holding up 4 or 5 boxes, that would be so boring. So I'm not going to do that. But do you want some opinions right now? Based on, you're like, do it. No, you don't need it. Like, you say that, you don't know, okay? This is why you shouldn't listen to your audience. You think that's good. I'm the expert here. I'm telling you, it's not good, okay? That would be very boring, super self-indulgent. Like, 70% of the people that would click on it would be like, why'd you do this? You're the crazy 2% of people that would watch any old shit. And the others, they don't deserve to be subjected to that misery. I'd watch the fuck out of that. Well, thank you all. You're the nice ones. Thanks for being supportive. Basically, short version is in supermarkets in the UK, Tesco's Finest, Sainsbury's Taste the Difference, Waitrose One, M&S Signature, Asda Extra Special, all of those are dank. The basic ones are a bit lame, like Sainsbury's Basic, Tesco Basic, Morrison's. They're just like very average. Like if you had them, it's like, I don't really like mince pies. It's not worth the calories, is what you always say. It's like if you're eating all this, not that you should ever feel bad about anything, but it's just kind of like, does it even make you justify its ingredients? Whereas, if you don't know what a mince pie is, basically imagine pastry, and then inside is like currants and raisins, but then there's spices. So maybe there's a bit of orange peel, maybe there's a bit of nut, sometimes there's some alcohol in it, some like spicy alcohol, and just like some festive kind of like 5-spice things, and then it's like, you eat it and it's like, they're delicious. Well, basically, yeah, Aldi, Iceland, Lidl, they actually all killed it, but the best ones by far are the M&S Signature and the Waitrose One mince pies. So out of all of them that we've tried, short version is M&S, killing it in the UK, if you get the choice. Is there cashew? Not really cashew, probably more like walnuts and almonds, another boring Christmassy themed nuts, one would say. What was that UK on stage event? Right. Oh my God, have I not done a live show since that? Well, basically, in the UK, a lot of old people don't really get YouTube, which is the same everywhere around the world, right? But the culture of the UK is very, very cynical. in America, because everyone believes in the American dream, and we love the capitalism, which is good and bad. You know, on one side, people are happy for each other's success. On the other side, you have the FCC. But basically, in the UK, young people doing something new that's hard to understand and being successful, old people hate that. So there's a lot of like hatred and negativity and cynicism, because in the UK you're not happy for your friends and your colleagues being successful. You're jealous and you're bitter and you hate them and you go, why did they deserve that? Which is a really terrible thing about the UK society. So, we have good humour, everyone's miserable. We all have different societies and ways of dealing with things. So basically, because the opinion of YouTube in the UK with like older people in traditional media is like, we don't get it, and what we've heard, what we see in the news, like these YouTuber scandals, it seems like it's really bad. YouTube themselves, like actual YouTube in the UK, decided to host an event called UK on Stage, and the whole point of the event was literally to get a bunch of journalists and politicians and people from the media into a room to just watch a night of talks and entertainments from the YouTube community in the UK, to convince them that actually our generation is really wholesome and a force for good, and that there's actual talent on YouTube. So it was like a crazy mix of people. There was like a beat poet doing like a really emotional montage of the year in review over like news that was really intense, and then like some guy from YouTube came on and did like a really boring speech. No offense. And then we had Jamal Edwards, who many of you may know from SBTV, came in and talked about grime and how YouTube really helped like the UK rap and grime community explode and become such a mainstream thing now. And then there was a performance from Lady Leshurr. I'm sure all of you here have seen one of Lady Leisure's Queen's Speech videos, and she did the best one, which was Queen's Speech Part 4. And then Stormzy came out, did a surprise performance. Then there were two ballerinas from the Royal Opera House, because apparently they have like the biggest YouTube channel in the UK for anything related to like traditional arts. So there was a girl that taught herself how to sing opera from YouTube. Then Joe and Casper came in and they did like a listicle about what their favorite things about YouTube were, which was very funny. And like there were loads of things, like a guy called Humza came on and then talked about how like really intense things, even about how like YouTube and reaching out to people in social media is like de-radicalizing people that are being like groomed by ISIS and other like really heavy shit. And they wanted me to come on and basically talk about who I am, what my job is, and how I exist, but then also kind of talk about the whole mental health depression thing. And yeah, just convince them. Basically, they were like, okay, Dan, we want you to do a speech. And I was like, okay, terrifying, you want me to do a speech? Who's there? And they were like, okay, well, there's a bunch of like people that hate you, cynical old people. And I was like, okay, I'm scared. And what we want you to do is want you to come on stage. We want you to tell your life story, make everyone laugh. It has to be really funny. So like make everyone laugh, be really funny. But then we want you to segue to mental health. And we want you to make everyone feel really sad. And we want to get very serious. We want you to talk about like depression and get really real with people. And just like open up about this really serious thing in your life. But then we want you to talk about how wholesome the YouTube community is and then inspire people. So I was like, okay, you want me to walk onto a stage, tell my life story, make people laugh, make people cry, and then make them inspired in like 5 minutes. And I was like, oh my God. So that was terrifying. But I thought it would be a challenge. Now, you can't see this because it wasn't recorded outside of just YouTube recording it for themselves. But don't worry, it was nothing that all of you haven't heard a million times. So do not feel bad at all. It was basically like a short, boring version of my videos about all of these things. So do not worry. But yeah, it was crazy. So like I had to write this whole thing, which was like terrifying. And then I had to go to like 3 rehearsals on different days. And then I did it, and it went really well, actually. Like, there were a few people that I think were like mainly Joe and Casper's subscribers, because they tweeted it out, which was good because they were nice, in the front few rows, and a few of you guys, which was good. It's like a confidence boost. They were like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, hey there, my people in the front row. Yeah, but then like people tweeted about it. They said it was good. The people that ran it said it was good. Like, it was crazy for me because like I'm used to performing on a stage in front of people that know me, like you, which isn't that scary because I think that you know me and you like me and it's okay. But like when you're walking onto a stage full of people that are like What are YouTubers? They just do nothing all day. All I know is all this drama, and then like making them feel like good. It was scary, but it was really good, and I think everyone left going, "Oh my god, wow! YouTube is a force of social change. This generation is like super woke and cares about social justice." And it's like, yeah, obviously there's bad things that happen. There's bad examples. There's, awful people on social media. But there's also this good side that no one appreciates. So if I did anything to convince a bunch of dusty people in the UK that our generation has anything good to say about itself, that was fun. But don't worry, didn't miss out on anything. D-Dub's Riverdale thoughts. Bloody Riverdale. I mean, that Halloween episode of Riverdale was like amazing. I watched it and I was like, this show's amazing. It's hilarious. It's so special. And then the next episode with Betty and the freaking pole dancing, it was like the worst thing I'd ever seen in my damn life. And it's like, Riverdale, man. Like, it's just, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but who cares? All the time, it's just a joy to watch. Honestly, so entertaining. So yeah, about that. I was so confused, OMG. Right? Yeah. Spoilers. It's not a spoiler. I mean, dear God. Video about 2017 memes. Okay. So with Gaming Mus, I felt quite busy this December, and obviously, like, I couldn't freaking talk. So I was like, I don't know about Dan's Not a Fire video. Yeah, I said it. The world doesn't need it. I don't feel like I'm gagging to express myself, so I'll wait till the new year. I could make a memes video. Have there been enough memes? Are there good memes that you want to see me celebrate? I hate people being like, oh, you're running out of ideas. And it's like, oh yeah, a video I did twice that I do once a year. Frick. But if you want it, I'll give the people what they want. Maybe sometime after Christmas, I'll do one of those tweets asking what your fave memes were, and then I'll see if there's enough. So that's not a promise, but like maybe sometime after Christmas, I'll ask you for what kind of things I could talk about. And if there were enough, then that's fine. So that's good. Dan wants some spaghetti. Yes, indeed. Phil's sneaking about. If you tinsel me, I'll swear to God. Help me, I'm so sick. And that's fine. We want it. We need to breathe it. Okay, well, we'll see. So yeah, this is my last live show of the year. I've had fun. I told you I'd smack myself in the face with this. So I've been experimenting a lot with YouTube live streaming. And, it's good because the quality is good and there's like filters and shit. But it's annoying. I find Super Chat a really worse, clunky way than premium messages. It's a lot easier for me to just do it on my phone and then stop. I feel like YouNow is better for just interacting with people. I feel like there's a lot of better ways for people to kind of interact. So I might go back to using YouNow in the new year. And another thing is that I might not do it every Tuesday because I hate nothing more than being busy on a Tuesday, which I was like the last 2 Tuesdays, and having to like cancel it or say sorry or something like that. So because I'm probably just going to have plans on random Tuesdays, I am not going to do live shows every Tuesday at 9 o'clock anymore, because there's no way that I can guarantee that that's going to be free, and I don't want to spend 3 weeks going, sorry, next Thursday at 6 or whatever. So in the new year, I'll let you know. Don't worry, I won't surprise you. I won't be like, live show in 2 minutes, bye. I will let you know. More notice than I gave you like today and stuff. I'll keep you in the loop. But yeah, that'll be different times, which will be better for some people that maybe couldn't do these times. Dan, what do you want for Christmas? I don't want much for Christmas, just like a scented candle. I want Stardew Valley, the game, on Switch. I hear that's very wholesome. Any recent music you've been enjoying? Said L. Yeah, new Charlie XCX album. I am about that in a big way. Charlie XCX's last kind of EPLP, Number One Angels, was like my fave thing. So I love it. Like anything that's like edgy, underground, weird, hipster electronic production with like a cool singer and personality, I'm about it. So I've been listening to a lot of Charlie XCX. Yes, indeed. I'll open Spotify. I'll let you know. Sorry, I'm balancing you against my laptop right now. Have you heard Eminem's new album? No. What else? Let's see. NERD. Listening to the new NERD album. Fever Ray album, Young Lean album, an Evanescence album, which was a bit weird, but I liked a couple of the songs in it. And Bjork, what was it? Björk, produced by Arca, King of My Life. So yeah, I've been enjoying Utopia and Pop 2 and such like. Indeed. What's your fave game? Dunno. Are you going to see Hamilton? Yep, going to see Hamilton in the new year. Looking forward to that. No spoilerinos. Probably going to ruin my life, isn't it? I hear it's good. Dan, said Greg, do you have any New Year's resolutions? I have a few. I wanna tweet more. I want to be more engaged with the world. I find that when you go on Twitter these days, it's like so opinionated and so political. When I want to get something done, I'm like, oh, I can't look at Twitter. It's just too intense. But like, I feel like I should express more opinions and stuff. Well, this isn't going to happen. It never happens. It's always procrastination, isn't it? But maybe I want to be more engaged with the world. I want to make content that I feel expresses myself more. I really want to dig deep and just, make content that I feel like is what I should be making. Just me. Didn't you say that this year? Probably. Yeah, exactly. That. None of this is going to happen. And yeah, I'm feeling a wholesome 2018 on the cards. Don't know about you. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go now. Pin off bloopers, and we'll see. Have you been naughty or nice? We'll see what Santa says. You'll either get pin off bloopers, or I'll just live stream a piece of coal for 12 hours. So I guess it's up to you. How's it gonna go, guys? But in the meantime, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate anyone that sits down, wants to watch these casual things, whether you watched it all live, joined in at any moment, whether you're watching this back on my side channel. I appreciate it. I will see you in the new year. We'll see about that memes video. We'll see about the bloopers. There are still gaming-less videos coming, so look forward to them tonight and tomorrow and the day after and so forth until Christmas Eve. And trust me, oh my God, I feel like we've been saving some of the best for last. So look forward to that. Thanks for watching. Have a Merry Christmas or whatever, and I will see you very soon. Bye.